Mount Everest. Just hearing the name sparks visions of daring adventure, peril, and the ultimate challenge to human determination. This is the planet's highest summit, soaring more than 29,000 feet, a fortress of ice and stone that pierces the sky. Up here the air is razor thin, every inhale is a struggle, and simply staying alive becomes a relentless ordeal. The weather can flip in an instant, from clear skies to a deadly whiteout, catching even seasoned climbers completely off guard. Everest is a vertical war zone where arrogance is punished and nature always has the upper hand. So why do people risk everything? For the thrill, the recognition, and to push the boundaries of human endurance. Scaling Everest is a brutal, uncompromising trial, a journey through fear, agony, and the deepest reserves of willpower. The mountain is merciless. Above 8,000 meters, in the notorious death zone, your body begins to fail, cell by cell. Starved of oxygen, minds grow foggy, and even the smallest misstep can prove fatal at these heights. Frostbite is a constant shadow, threatening to steal away fingers, toes, or entire limbs in the relentless cold. The mountain slopes are scattered with grim reminders, discarded equipment, silent tributes, and the remains of those who never made it back. Climbing Everest means treading a fine line between victory and disaster, where every step could be your last. The recent collapse of the Apex Ascent expedition stunned the globe, a stark reminder of Everest's unpredictable danger. This wasn't a group of novices. They had top-tier equipment, elite climbers, and a meticulously crafted plan built on years of expertise. Their goal was to redefine what's possible in mountaineering, to set a new benchmark for the sport. But Everest proved once again, no matter how ready you are, the mountain is always in control. In the spring of 2025, Everest delivered a harsh verdict, and the world watched as another chapter of legend was carved into ice and snow. Apex Ascent was more than just a climb, it was a mission, a test of human endurance and spirit at the very edge of the world. Led by Liam O'Connell, a seasoned Everest veteran with years of high-altitude experience, and Dr. Eris Thorne, a renowned high-altitude physiologist, the team blended hard-earned wisdom with cutting-edge science. Maya Singh, a legendary Sherpa with countless summits, and Kenji Tanaka, a technical climbing prodigy from Japan, completed the core group, bringing together diverse skills and backgrounds. They trained relentlessly for months, pushing their limits in the world's harshest ranges, the Alps, the Andes, and beyond, using hypoxic tents to simulate Everest's thin air and prepare their bodies for the ultimate challenge. Their gear was state-of-the-art, from custom oxygen delivery systems to insulated suits designed for the coldest extremes, ensuring every detail was optimized for survival. The mission was clear: reach the summit and collect groundbreaking data on human survival at extreme altitude, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Dr. Thorne's advanced sensors tracked everything from blood oxygen and heart rate to brain activity, providing real-time insights into the effects of altitude on the human body. Backed by major sponsors and watched by millions around the globe, the pressure to succeed was immense, with every step broadcast to an eager audience. They arrived at base camp in April 2025, united by a shared dream and an unbreakable optimism, ready to face whatever lay ahead. Every detail was meticulously planned, every risk carefully calculated and discussed, leaving nothing to chance. They believed they were ready for anything Everest could throw at them, trusting in their preparation and each other. The world watched and expected a triumph, following every update and cheering them on from afar. But Everest is never predictable. The mountain's moods can change in an instant, reminding all who approach of its power. The team's journey began with hope, camaraderie, and the mountain looming above, a symbol of both challenge and possibility. They knew the risks, but believed in each other. The climb was on, and their adventure was just beginning. Acclimatization is the first battle. Climb high, sleep low, let your body adapt. The team moved with precision, navigating the treacherous Khumbu icefall to Camp 1. Spirits were high, the weather held, and data showed everyone was thriving. Maya's mountain sense and Liam's leadership kept them sharp. They analyzed every move, fine-tuned their strategy, and prepared for the next push. Their second rotation took them up the western Siduem to Camp 2, then to the icy Lhotse face. Kenji led the way, finding safe lines up the blue ice. They moved faster than expected, a testament to their preparation. Back at base camp, confidence grew. They were ready. Their bodies had adapted, their minds were focused. The most dangerous lower sections were behind them. All they needed was a clear weather window. the stage was set for a historic ascent. The Khumbu Icefall, Everest's most unpredictable gauntlet. A shifting maze of ice, crevasses, and towering seracs. During an acclimatization climb, disaster nearly struck. A massive serac calved off above, unleashing an avalanche of wind and ice. The team was engulfed in a blinding whiteout, nowhere to run, only to brace and hope. When the air cleared, everyone was shaken but unharmed. Maya's calm steadied the group. "The mountain is talking, we must listen." The incident left a mark. Technology and skill mean little against Everest's raw power. Back at base camp, optimism faded to sober respect. Liam addressed the team. "This changes our mindset, not our goal. We stay alert. We respect every foot of this mountain." The warning was clear. Everest had shown its teeth. The team's resolve hardened, but so did their caution. They pressed on, knowing luck had just spared them. The mountain would not give a second warning. The perfect weather window finally arrived. 4 days of calm predicted. The team set out before dawn, climbing through the night to Camp 4 on the South Kernel, now in the death zone. Every step was agony. After a brief rest, they began their summit push, under a starry sky. Progress was steady. They passed the balcony, then the south summit. Suddenly, the weather turned. Clouds swallowed the stars, and a violent storm erupted. The wind howled, visibility vanished, and temperatures plunged. This wasn't in the forecast. A rogue jet stream had struck. The team was trapped just a few hundred feet from the summit. Dr. Thorne's sensors sent back dire warnings. Body temperatures and oxygen levels were dropping fast. Pushing on meant certain death. Turning back was nearly as dangerous. Communication was impossible in the roar of the storm. The dream of the summit was slipping away. They were stranded in the death zone, fighting for survival. Everest had unleashed its fury. Liam's voice cut through the chaos. "Summit abort. Descend immediately." The words echoed in the howling wind, slicing through the team's exhaustion and disappointment. No one argued. Their only goal now was survival. The dream of the summit faded instantly, replaced by a primal need to make it down alive. The descent was a nightmare. Blinding snow, frozen ropes, and exhaustion battered every step. Each movement felt heavier, as if the mountain itself was trying to hold them back. Kenji and Maya led, navigating by instinct through the storm, their senses sharpened by fear and adrenaline. Every step was a gamble. Frostbite was inevitable. The biting cold gnawed at exposed skin, turning fingers numb and faces raw. The team stayed roped together, each member a lifeline for the others. In the blizzard, the rope was more than safety, it was hope. Dr. Thorne, despite his own decline, forced everyone to check oxygen and keep moving. His determination kept the group focused, even as their bodies screamed to stop. They were no longer scientists or record breakers, just 4 people fighting for their lives, stripped to their core by the mountain's fury. After what felt like an eternity, they reached their battered tent at Camp 4, collapsing in exhaustion and relief. Kenji's hands were badly frostbitten. Dr. Thorne showed signs of cerebral edema. The mountain had taken its toll, and the danger was far from over. They had survived the storm, but safety was still far below. The battle wasn't over. The descent ahead would test them even further. The summit was lost, but the fight for life continued. Every decision now was about survival, not glory. Every lesson, every bond was tested in those brutal hours. The mountain revealed their true character, forging unbreakable trust. They had failed to reach the top, but they had not failed each other. In the face of defeat, their unity was their greatest strength. The descent to base camp would be their final trial, a journey demanding every ounce of courage and resilience they had left. Survival was now the only victory. In the end, it was not the summit, but their spirit and solidarity that defined their courage. News of the failed summit and desperate retreat stunned the climbing world. Rescue teams mobilized, the world watched, holding its breath. When the team staggered into base camp, they were changed, ghosts of their former selves. Kenji was evacuated, his hands badly frostbitten. Dr. Thorne began a slow recovery. Liam and Maya were exhausted but alive. The climbing community responded with respect. Liam's decision had saved lives. Everest had reminded everyone, even the best are at its mercy. In the aftermath, the true lesson emerged. Success isn't just the summit. Liam's words echoed. We failed to reach the top, but we saved each other. That's the only victory that matters. The team's story became a lesson in humility, judgment, and survival. Everest demands respect, not arrogance. The summit is optional, the descent is mandatory. The Apex Ascent team left no footprints on the summit, but their story left a mark on mountaineering. Their survival was a testament to teamwork and resilience. The journey, not the summit, is where true growth happens. Let their story inspire you to push your limits, but always respect the mountain. That is the real prize.